Hello, and welcome to an episode of Ninja Plays Games, and it's your boy, Sharty Waffles, coming at you, and that's your mom texting me. Let me see here. I really don't want to Alt-Tab, but we're going to Alt-Tab, and we're going to refresh. And hopefully, yeah, there's my truck. There we go. We're in like Flynn. Okay, today we're playing some War Thunder, and I'll show you all the tanks that I've researched. I haven't been playing for very long. It's just the US tree. And I'm currently working on my M60 with the 105. Oh, I'm so close. And then I'll probably do the Sheridan, but my ultimate goal is the Abrams. Ever since I played World of Tanks, I've wanted an Abrams. But World of Tanks doesn't let you play an Abrams, but War Thunder, it does. Okay, so here we are. Let's see what we can. Let's do a booster for 10 games. Alright, 10 missions. We're doing it. I've got my T92, my T32, and my Go Fuck Yourself cannon. Yes, it's the M50 on toast. So, this thing is pretty fantastic, but you get one-shotted quite a bit. Or hammered. Like I am. Aviation. So trying to, like, I got some convertible research points. I got 17 days of premium. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into a battle. And here we go. If you hear growling in the background, that's my dogs. Really? You got 1 point to fight over? I guess I'm going to take out the T32. So this game is quite different than World of Tanks. And I like some of the things that this game does over World of Tanks. But they're two different games. Here's the matchup. Alright, we'll just see what happens. I've only been playing this for about maybe a month, maybe a month and a quarter. 1.25 months. So it is definitely pay to advance. And I've paid to advance. Not gonna lie. Not gonna sugarcoat it. But I think the most fun tiers are battle BRs are these BRs, like the 6.7, 6.3. For way new guys, you know, the 5.3 and below are pretty good. Maybe even the lower tiers. I'm more of a slightly below average, slightly higher than beginner average kind of a guy. So don't expect anything awesome. Probably expect me to get wrecked. Oh, shit. God dang. Visibility is a big thing in this game. See all those sparks? Oh shit, they're already shooting at me. The fuck are you? Ooh, I got him. Did I capture that? I don't even know. Oh shit. So the T-32, from what I have figured, is pretty fantastic for its tier. Like, it bounces a lot of shells. And armor or mobility is the name of the game. How can I see any of these guys? Oh shit. Okay. Okay, guys, just calm down. What's that noise? Oh no. Who's shooting? Alright, there is smoke. That means there's probably a panther over there. I really need to move, but I don't know where to go. Not gonna lie. There's something over there, but I just don't know where it is. Oh, hey. Freaking, and I tell you, the panthers and the tigers are the biggest rounds of bullshit. So in World of Tanks, shooting the lower plate is how you win. This, shooting in the mantlet. See? Right there. Right through the mantlet. That's the weakest spot. There's another guy? Someone! And so shooting people actually spots them on the map. See that? God damn it. It'd be nice to have some help there, boys and girls. Oh my god. Come on, just reload the damn gun. I probably can't even shoot right now. Good god. We see how this tank is just tanking shit? I need repair. And then you get people like the Object 120 that just shoots you and you just die. The Rue 251, you get shot by it and you die. Alright, we'll pull out the old Ontos. We have to play a little bit more passively. But that's not really good for YouTube views. So we're gonna try to sneak in there. I like this tank because you can spot with it. And if you can get side shots, it's pretty much game over for the enemy team. Let's see. I guess I took the long way. Let's see if we can spot anyone. I was kind of let down about the amount of credits you get for spotting or experience. You don't really get experience the same way. That's like 100, 150 credits just for spotting someone. Now, if that person dies because of your spotting, you get a lot more, but let's see if we can set up an ambush. You can only really spot from your binoculars. Just take a look around here. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go, but I'm pretty sure this is a bad idea. Look how open this is over here. There could be any motherfucker just kind of sitting around, just waiting for me to show up. So you can't shoot from your binoculars. But you can train your turret from them. I think this would be a good ambush spot. Unless I get hit from behind. Well, we're going to sit right here for a second. We're going to range find this building. And we're at 450, so we're going to scroll down until we get to 450. And we're going to wait for people. Because we have to kind of ambush. Maybe just kind of look. See how my reticles goes up like that? That means I'm sighted in. I can sight back down and I can sight back in. That seems a little weird. Like, that's really hot. Let's see, because I'm sure there's going to be people right around this corner. Maybe we can spot them. You have to kind of wait and ambush for this with this tank. Like, you have to wait for them to drive in front of your gun, almost. See how? Look, I'm looking over here to the left. Push left mouse button, and it moves your turret. Yes, airplanes are the arty of the game. But we got a backup. That's probably my fault for sitting. I don't fucking know. Alright, well, we'll try it again. I don't know how I got the enemy kill assist, but whatever. I've respawned twice since I've shot anything. Right there. There we go. I don't know if that's the same plane or whatever, but... Welcome to fucking War Thunder. Alright, bitch. Where the fuck is you? And that's what happens in this game. People die and they spawn in airplanes and they just fucking shoot you. Right there. Got another enemy kill assist. I don't know how. Fine, bitch. The Americans aren't that great for anti-air. Hit. Hit. There we go. Look at all those fucking airplanes. How fucking awesome is that? I can't play a tank, so I'll just fly in an airplane. Fuck yourself. Can't play a real machine, so I'll just spawn in a fucking aircraft. Yeah. That's an expensive shell to launch out of an airplane. And this is going to be a loss. Look at that. Airplane. That's what I mean. Like, they're just like fucking obnoxious. And lightly armored vehicles. So let's see. Still have a few people left. Right here. Oh, that's our guy. I'm not feeling comfortable. Look at explode. Oh, come on! God damn it. Are you fucking serious? I've never, ever had this happen to me. Rocket back and forth. Jesus Christ, man. This is fucking infuriating. Thank God for ending me my fucking misery. We suffered a defeat. No fucking shit. I got stuck on a goddamn car. Let me list all the tanks in the world that got stuck on cars. Oh. My shitty performance has netted me 3rd place. Here's a fucking loot box for your fucking stupid bullshit. Oh, look at that. Thanks. I got backup vehicles. Alright, let's see how I did. Really? Really? That shitty performance. And I was 3rd place. I had like 1 base capture. 4 deaths. And this is... I captured 1 zone. 2 enemy kill assists. 1 kill. Hot garbage. Let's try it again. Hot garbage. I can do this map. Why am I always on the blue team, though? I want to be on the red team. Let's get in something light and zippy. I can't go to the south. I like that you don't have to wait a full 30 seconds. It's like 10 seconds. You spawn if you spawn. If you don't, you're SOL. So we're in at least a 6.7 game. So we should be okay. So the spotting mechanic in this is a lot different than World of Tanks. You don't just like see people. You actually, if you see people, you see people. Now to get them to pop up on the mini-map, you have to either shoot them with your cannon, shoot them with your minigun, or I think look at them with your gunner, maybe. Or you can use a light tank, and I got it set for middle mouse button. So you gotta use your binoculars, and then you can spawn. See if I can get a couple spots. I don't know where people are gonna go. Like, I have not played this variation of this map yet. So maybe I'll sit here in the middle. See if I can climb up on here, and see if I can spot motherfuckers. Oh, and the littlest tiny rock. I haven't figured out where I'm really supposed to go with a lot of different maps, so let's see if we can just spot anyone. So if I was bad guys, I'd be going straight up the 2 line. Maybe some of them going down the E or F line. So if that's the case, I should really be looking over here. But there is their cap. Let's just take a look. We'll sit right here. Let's see what happens. I used to hate this map because all these freaking palm trees everywhere. But I've kind of gotten used to this map. It's not too bad. And what's cool about the spotting mechanic in this game, right? So, say like there's a tank engaged with another tank. The other tank sees the enemy tank. I can still spot them and get the points. So I don't have to be the first to spot them to get the points. All I have to do is just spot them, period. Now once I spot them, I can't re-spot them. I can't get the bonus for respotting them. And side scraping, it's not a thing in this game. You know, like in World of Tanks, like the I-7 has pretty much got an impenetrable turret. But in this game, that doesn't matter. You shoot a majority of the tanks in this game in the mantling. You take out their gun, and then you start doing damage. Reload times are completely different than World of Tanks. So he's probably... Who's he shooting at? Let's go ahead and take a look. The scouting role isn't as necessary early game to go out and light everyone up like it is in World of Tanks. And then they disappear. This is all about, like, if you see them, you shoot them. See first, shoot first. There's got to be stuff over here. There's got to be people. Oh, get out of my way, palm tree. And you don't take damage like you would do in World of Tanks. It's a lot more forgiving. Alright, there's someone that got shot over here. We'll take an artillery. Yep, that's definitely artillery. So we can drop artillery on this guy right here. So light tanks and some lightly armored TDs have artillery support. No, spotting mechanics, and mediums and lights have artillery support. There might be deviations to that, but at least in the American tree. Like the Ontos and the Scorpion can spot, but like some of the medium tanks can actually call in artillery. Like, I do not like this version of the map. I've never played this variant. I didn't know what it was called. Alright, we got a guy. Let's see. Even if the tank is being spotted by secondary machine gun fire, you can still spot them as a light tank. Alright, so this is kind of an open place. I see some... Alright, someone just got wrecked over here. Let's see where it's coming from. It could be... What is that? That's not a tank. Why did that guy just get wrecked? I haven't seen a single fucking tank. That close to me?
Attention to the map.
Ooh, he's up there. I saw a shot, but I don't know where he is. Looks like it came from up there. Sometimes the binoculars zoom in too much, and other times they don't zoom in enough. Like right now, it feels like my zoom is way too close.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
There's got to be a tank over here. Like, I'm it. Like, where the hell is everybody? No way out. I can hold down the look around button, which is not the right mouse button. There we go. Enemy scattered. That's all I get. I don't know how he saw me, but he is better at the game than I am. Fucking... Fuck off. Well, this is not a good day for, like, streaming this shit. So, like, it's pretty rough. I want to make sure I wasn't even recording my voice this whole time. At least I don't think I was. Maybe I was. Yeah, I've been recording my voice. Yep, I've been recording my voice, so that's good. I'm going straight for their fucking cap, because this game is boring as shit. This game, I would say it's a lot more campy than World of Tanks, but only in realistic battles. I haven't played a whole lot of arcade mode, which the tanks operate differently. So in arcade mode, the tanks are more like World of Tanks. They drive faster, they travel faster, they turret faster, they traverse faster, and you're seen, right? And if you get seen in arcade mode's kind of, I would say, a little bit harder than realistic, because once you get seen, you get shot. And I don't know the spotting, right there. I don't know the spotting mechanic for, I don't know how you get spotted or how you don't get spotted. Alright, there you go. No. I can't even see this guy. Okay, let's see where he shot me from. Yeah, and the fucking... Please, end my misery. Return to hangar. That was that game. Jesus Christ. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we are back in the hangar. Make sure my mic is broadcasting. And I'm using Shadow Play by BT dubs. So I like that Shadow Play doesn't show up on the streams or recording anymore. I don't know if that's new or if it's maybe a setting, but like when I Alt Z, you don't see recording or stopped or paused or whatever, so it's kind of cool. All right, cool. We're in a smaller map. I think what I want to do is take out my T-92 and I want to go up this way. I want to do a little bit of flanking, so I'm gonna go due north. Look at this fucking guy. I'm wondering where my trampoline fucking netting went for my trampoline. Hey man. Can I get the netting back? That looks fucking ridiculous. But maybe if you get shot with heat, it won't penetrate you. I don't, or HE or hash. So the amount of shells in this game compared to World of Tanks is quite robust. Robust. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Nope. And if you miss your scouting, you have to wait like a minute to get it back. So I thought I could spot through that smoke, but nope, you cannot. This little deflate might be a little kind of good. Oh shit. Oh my fuck!
Our victory is here.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself. Looks like I'm gonna go back. I'm going to A. Oh my freaking god, man. I guess the MLG's out to play. Or maybe I just made a bad move. Probably a bad move, but again, I'm still learning the maps, and that's the hard part. I've only been playing for a month, so it is what it is. So I have automatic platoons turned on. That's why that name is green. He's in my platoon. And you get extra credits and stuff. If he kills something and I'm close, then I'll get like a teamwork bonus or whatever. It's nothing to write home about, but it's something better than nothing. Look at all this smoke. Like that's what I hate about the fucking Panthers and shit. Not only are they hard to penetrate, but as soon as you shoot them, they pop smoke. Panthers and Tigers are ridiculous in this game. In World of Tanks, you don't even think about a Tiger or a Panther. They're just like HP pinatas, experience pinatas. But in this game, they're, oh my god, they're a force to be reckoned with. Alright, I'm gonna sit here and wait for a second. I need to play it a lot more defensively. This might be a bad spot. But he's definitely shooting at something. The spacebar, right? Spacebar is shoot your machine guns. It's not E-brake. Alright, where are these guys? Yes, I'm playing with the heavy tanks. Alright, that guy got wrecked. Let's see if we can see who shot at him. See that? I spotted that guy. Yep, go back to the garage. Get out of here. This tank is like, I don't know, it's like, I guess Hesh has been nerfed, is what I'm shooting right now. But it can also shoot heat. But I'm not about that game. Because if you can get any kind of side shot with this thing, it's like, it's game over. Alright. I gotta keep the pressure on. Victory is close. Let's see if we can go through this area. See, and they purposefully do stuff to inhibit visibility. Like smoke and haze and rain and all that kind of stuff. See, I know there's a guy shooting right there, but unless I can see him, it's pointless to try to shoot at him. But I can go here. That guy's dead, I think. And you kind of like take a look. See what we got. Oh, returning. Ah, I pushed the button. I know I did. I know I pushed the button. This game's almost over. Alright, well, let's go back. Alright, so the differences. So these are my vehicle slots, right? And this slot right here is a crew. It's not a tank, it's a crew. This is another crew. This is my airplane crew, right? So I got a couple airplanes. So, World of Tanks, right? You have a crew that you transfer to tanks. In this game, you have a crew that you put in any tank, as long as you train them. World of Tanks, if you have, a T-54 crew, you have to spend gold to convert them over to the Object 140. In this game, each one of these is a crew, right? So this crew is 150, which is the level. And so you look at crew, I've maxed out. Right, so they're maxed out. Now what I can do is, so for the T92 I can spend 260 credits and that gets them an extra 3%, and then, or an extra plus 3. That's just for the expert. Now to ace them you have to spend gold or golden eagles, and then you can get another qualification. So right here, my black cap, it's an ace crew. These are basic crew. Here's an expert crew. Now if I spend 1100 I can upgrade my expert crew. Oh, look at that. Did I research anything? Oh, the brake system. And I can start the research on that. Okay, so that's how that works. All right, so this is an expert crew. And if I wanted to increase to an ace, then I get plus 2. So I can get, looks like plus 3 and then plus 2 for a total of plus 5. So this crew is a 5. So if I expert them, it's 5 plus 3. And if I ace them, it's 5 plus 5. So these guys would be like 10. So if you look at my Black Cat crew, which is aced, and we go to oh, we can't do that from here. So if we go to my, let's say change vehicle, let's go to my Black Cat 5.3. We put him in this slot, right? So that any crew, any tank that I put into the slot is automatically going to be at 150. Now, if I put, like, say, like this tank in the slot, it's going to cost me 10,000 silver to convert them over. So my Black Cat crew is going to be able to play in the T20 for 10,000. Now, if this tank, which I don't have fully unlocked or researched, is going to cost 61,000 silver to put in this slot, in this little area. So if I put this tank in this slot, my crew is going to be at 150. Now, if I put this tank in this slot, the crew is going to be 0. It's going to be, the crew training is going to be 0. Right here. All right, so the M4A3. So if we go over here to the M4A3, M4A3 is 61,000 to convert him to this slot. So that's what I'm saying. These are tank crews. All right, these are all tank crews, and you can have many numerous tank crews, but you don't really need them, right? You only get 3 spawns at most in a battle. So you only really need is a slot, and a slot. All right, you can have 3 crews, and then every tank that you put into this slot, if this is like 100, every tank you put in this slot, you can work on their crew. So it's a little bit different than World of Tanks, where World of Tanks it's more about the tank, and then you move crews, and you spend gold to move your crew, or you can spend silver to train them to 75% or whatever. But in this game, like, I can put any tank I want in this slot, and they'll be 150, as long as I pay the silver to put them in the slot. All right, so let's do some high tiers. So I got the T-54E1, which is, I think, a tier 9 in World of Tanks. But in this, it's a battle rating 8.0. So we'll put him in there. And so battle rating is how the matchmaking works. In World of Tanks, right? So if you have a tier 7, you're going to be playing against tier 5s or tier 9s. It's 2 up, 2 down. In this, if I play this tank, and this tank, all right, so the highest I will see is a 9.0. The lowest I'll see is a 7.0. So if I bring this tank into a 7.0, it's going to be severely under-tiered. This is probably going to be a little bit better, but I don't know how this tank is going to fare against 9.0 tanks. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this crew, or we're going to change this tank, and we're going to play... Alright, we got the M103, which is another tier 9 in World of Tanks, but it's a 7.7 in here. We'll choose that crew. Now, for this crew, the highest I can put... Oh, it's my M46 I can put in here, which is a 7.0. But I think the T92 is okay. Yes, the penetration value is... I mean, you're going to get one-shotted. But depending on the shell you use. Like this right here is 254 millimeters of penetration. And then you got your armor-piercing discarding Sabo round, which I don't really know if they have in World of Tanks. Maybe they do in some of the, but like this is a new kind of round. Your APCR in this game is pretty much garbage. Unless you can shoot a flat side of a tank. It'll penetrate, but it's not going to do a lot of damage to the tank. HE, unless you're really high caliber, just like World of Tanks, it's pretty much garbage. Like this has got 12 millimeters of penetration. Like this is not going to work at all for the T92. There's nothing I'm going to see at a battle rating 6.7 that I'm going to be able to penetrate with 12 millimeters of penetration. But like if you look at maybe the M103, it's got HE, that's got 45 millimeters of penetration. Right, but it's probably not going to do a whole lot of damage against 8.7 tanks. So that's how that works. All right, so another thing that's different between World of Tanks and War Thunder is that each one of these tanks researches a different tier. So if I want to research the M60, I do not have to play the M46 or the M47 to get to this tier. Right here. Right. Every tank that I play, like the M103, it researches at the bottom. You see max vehicle research efficiency. So it researches any tank that's tier 4 to tier 6. Tier 4 to tier 6. Alright, so this tank, if I play this tank, any experience that I earn can go to upgrade this. So if I play the M50, it researches this tank. If I play the T95, it can add experience to this tank. So that's kind of confusing. Now if I play this tank, it doesn't research modules for this tank. Right? So the modules these are the modules. It won't research the modules. I have to play the M50 to research the modules, or I can buy stuff with gold. I.e., like right here, I'm researching filters right now. I have to play the M103 to research the filters, or I can just flat out buy it with 202 golden eagles. Right? So that's kind of the difference. There's more stuff you have to research, but you research the stuff by playing the tank. You research your modules by playing the tank. I can't play the M50 and research filters on my M103. I can't do that from what I've seen. Now, if I want to research modules on the M103, I have to play the M103. So I'll get module research. They're like blue light bulbs is what I call them. And that will, see these little blue light bulbs? The experience I get with this tank will go towards upgrade or researching the M60. And I also get research for my modifications. So I think if I play this tank exclusively, if like this is the only tank, my experience is going to go towards filters. But sometimes, I don't know exactly how it works, my research will also go towards researching the M60. So if I play these three tanks, I'm unlocking the M60, even though I'm not playing the M46. So it's a little bit different in World of Tanks. It's kind of like playing your IS-7 to unlock your M46 patent on the American. No, actually, it's not even like that because you can't cross-research. It would be like playing your T10E5, tier 10, to unlock the T95. Alright, so this tank right here will not research any German, Russian, Britain, or it won't research any of these tanks. But if I play this, it'll research this tank. So that's kind of how the experience works in this game, Vice World of Tanks. Now, if I want to research this, I can boost the research, and I can spend 232 golden eagles to actually research it. Now, say like I wanted to research this. This is 380. I've got 1.4 million convertible experience. So if I wanted to research this, then I could boost research, and it's now going to cost me 23.49, and this is as far as I'm going to get. So it's not worth it. But I'm going to continue to research this tank. So that was kind of confusing for me. Like, I thought the M103 can research modules for the M50, but no, the M103 can only research the actual tank. The actual tank is put into different slots. Alright, so as long as I pay the conversion cost for this spot, I could put any tank. I can put this tank in there, and this crew would be at 150 points. And the way that the crews work is it starts off at 0, it goes to 5, but it goes by half ticks. So this is, to get here, it's a half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. That's how that works. So, let's see. I guess all my crews are maxed out. So that's kind of how the experience works in this game. You get personal reserves, but it only lasts a certain amount of missions. Like you can see, I have 23 hours left, and I have 7 missions left to get 30% research experience, which is different than the yellow light bulb, which is convertible experience, which you convert with gold. So we're going to start another game, and that's kind of how this differs from World of Tanks. World of Tanks is very straight up. You know, if you want to get to the tier 6, you got to play the tier 6 to get, or you got to play the tier 5 to get to tier 6. This is if you have a tier 8 that's a tank destroyer, you can research a tier 4 medium tank. That's how that works. So we're playing Maginot Line. So these right here change. It could be a 4x4, but large. So this really doesn't mean a whole lot to me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my T92, and I think I'm going to go up this way. So I'm going to select this spawn point, and I'm going to go to battle. And you see these people spawn in before me, and you might see people spawn in right behind you. So you don't have to wait for all the tanks to load into the battle before you start playing. Which in World of Tanks, you have to wait till all the tanks. Then it starts the 30-second countdown. And then if you're not in the game yet, you just don't get into the game until you get in the game. This, you can spawn after 10 seconds. And I'm pretty sure the T92 and World of Tanks goes faster than 40 kilometers an hour. The tanks are a lot slower in this game. And backup speed in this game, reverse speed, is a lot more beneficial than it is in World of Tanks. Like reverse speed is huge in this game, where, you know, the difference between 20 and 23 kilometers an hour reverse in World of Tanks doesn't really mean a whole lot. Maybe very, very minusculely. But like for instance, the Cobra King only backs up at 4 kilometers an hour or 5 kilometers an hour, and that's abysmal. I thought that was a tank right there. So reverse speed is huge in this game. If you got a good reverse speed, then you can get in and out of cover quite easily. But not every tank backs up quickly. Okay, I'm going to sit right here. Now your binoculars are higher than your actual your gun range. This is the gunner right here. And if I look at the same spot, see, I'm higher up just by looking through with my commander. And you don't have hit points in this game like you do in World of Tanks, but you can get one-shotted. All they have to do is tank out all of your crew members. That's all. So it's kind of like, if they shoot you and they only take out one crew member, you're not going to die. You can take a couple different hits. But they have the point of the game is to take out all the other crew members of the enemy tanks. So there's no hit points. So that's why causing the biggest amount of damage to a tank is beneficial. Like if you shoot them with APCR and it just leaves a little hole, you might not kill anyone. You know, so you gotta really plan your shots. Alright, so we're really close to the spawn. So we really need to take a look. And you could drive right up to their spawn. And there's a lot of spawn killing in this game. So if you guys push through the enemy lines, you can definitely drive. Oh, there's a guy right there. Oop, spotted. Someone's getting shot. I hear missiles going over my head. Might be a guy down there, so we'll keep an eyeball out for them.
Attention to the map.
Yes.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
And there's no spotting range, right? So if there's a guy in this area right here and I saw him crossing from this tree to this tree, I could see him. Even though it's probably way outside my view range. But there is things that help you spot better. Like keen vision and that kind of stuff. I don't know exactly how that works. Helicopters are a sign that you're under tiered. Because helicopters, I think they start at like 8.0 or 9.0 or something like that. They're like, you don't get helicopters early in the game. And they're hard to fly. Oh, there's a guy right there. I just saw him shoot. So I wonder if I can get down there and take a look. See, that guy was probably shot at. I don't know if he was spotted by... So if you spot them with your spotting mechanic, they stay lit for like 30 seconds. But if you shoot at them, they don't stay lit for that long. So we'll just take a look right here. Hopefully try not to get shot by anything. And I like this game because there's the RNG is... I mean, you can shoot a tank and the cupola from 500 meters consistently. You're not going to miss.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
You're not going to like miss all the time like you do in World of Tanks. Like where 1 in 4 shots might hit a cupola from 500 meters. If you're shooting at 500 meters in World of Tanks, you're going to miss. Unless you got a super accurate tank. And, you know, like some of the shot ranges in this game can be anywhere from up in your face all the way up to like 2 kilometers. You can, the higher tiers, you can shoot 2 kilometers away. There's a tank. It's a Leopard. Let's see where he went. How did he go? There he is. So train your gun. And I might be able to shoot at him. My gun depression won't work.
On target.
Go up a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, motherfucker got me.
Yes, a hit.
That's about time to repair. And I'm fucked. There it goes. So being able to see that's a dart right there. That's later in life. But being able to accurately judge distance is huge in this game.
The enemy is winning.
See, it took me like 3 shots to get a couple shots on them. Good players, they'll sight you in an instant and wreck you. This tank is a lot fucking slower. I know where he kind of is, so I'm going to sit on this little berm right here in front of me. Looks like we're taking over A. To get good experience, stay alive and capture zones. The best way to get experience in this game. Stay alive and capture zones. Don't get killed.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Like if I saw a tank way over there and I could sight him in, I could shoot him. I could shoot him.
NBA point.
And driving over hills like I'm doing right now is dangerous. So you don't want to do that. But I'm like way back in the spawn, so they haven't started spawn camping. And that happens a lot in this game, is spawn camping. Especially if they push through and they're winning, they'll sit right outside your spawn. There's only little tiny circles that prevent them from entering your spawn. But they can sit right outside and watch you spawn. And then fucking blap you. It looks like there's some stuff going on over here. Let's go take a look. There we go. That's War Thunder right there. And it's a quick trip back to the hangar. Shut up, dog. You want your bone? It's under the couch. Okay, get reward. So I don't know what that means, but I got a reward. So these are wagers. And all you have to do is get certain... You have to get the Thunder, Anti-Mech, Heavy Metal. All you have to do is get those medals to get that. And it unlocks a lot of different lions and stuff. That's a booster for one mission for 150%. So this is all like my personal reserves. And I got war bonds. But I haven't really used them because I don't know how to use the war bonds. Because my thing keeps resetting. Like the war bond shop. Alright, so I can't just buy this for 2,200. I have to get to these tiers. And I really don't know how to get to these tiers yet. But I can purchase a medium pack of universal backups for 300 war bonds. Which is... doesn't mean anything to me. I don't need that. So I don't care about vehicle backups at all. They're kind of like I don't know. Like it allows you to play if this tank gets destroyed in battle, I can play it again. That's a backup. And I just don't think they're very good. There's no reason really to use them unless you want to play your tank again and you get revenge on the tank that just killed you. It's just like, whatever. And it looks like I joined a battle in progress. And that's one of the things I do like about this game. You don't have to sit there and queue forever. to get into a game. If there's a game that's just started, maybe you missed it by 30 seconds or a minute, you can still jump into the game. So it's a little bit more persistent than World of Tanks game. So that attention to the designated grid zone is much like pinging the map in World of Tanks. Except you have to pull out your... You have to hit M for your map. And then you have to click it. There you go. Take a look what we have over here. Oh shit. Got shot from somewhere. See how slowly I back up? Some tanks excel in backing up, which is way more important. Alright, hey bitch. Artillery. Let's see if we can see with our artillery strike. There's our artillery right there. Oh, I hit two of them. I hit them twice. I know they're over there somewhere. I mean, you have to check every crevice before you advance. Okay. Probably a death move, but I'm not really much of a camper. I'm gonna draw the attention of these tanks off. Oh, I'm the only one out here. Fuck. So I'm not gonna jump. Let's see what's over here.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
I want to shoot through that. There is definitely something over there. And another thing is that the maps are a lot more destructible in this game. Let's see if I can get over there. Like if there's a wooden house in this game, you can shoot through it with AP. Alright, he's got wrecked. Alright, so nothing like World of Tanks where shit is undestructible and some shit is destructible. Like most of this stuff is destructible. See. Alright, we got a shot from that side. Let's repair. And we can heal crew members if you have it unlocked. Oh, there he is.
Attention to the map.
See, like, he's totally visible. See, I can see him, even though my commander can't see him. Alright. Take a look. See if he's still over there. Oh, he's dead. So small gun fire, right? The machine guns. It helps spot enemy tanks. Like you can see that guy right there is spotted. And you can also spot tanks by when they shoot. The, right there. Bye, bitch. Oh, shit. Apparently he hit my ammo rack. Yep. Another thing you have to think about in this game is the amount of ammunition that you bring. Right? So I can bring, in the T92, I can bring like another, I can bring 45 rounds of heat. But you don't want that much. Yeah, ammo loadout is huge. Right? So if you bring all that, it stows ammo everywhere in your tank. And if it gets hit, you get one-shotted. So the best thing is little is the best. Well, I'm not going to shoot 30 rounds with this tank. I might. But you can also resupply. Oh, I'm on this other side. You can also resupply your ammo if you're sitting in one of these zones. So if you own Zone C, if you capture it, you can sit inside Zone C and collect ammo. So you don't really need to bring a whole lot of ammo. I think my dog was just choking on something. And see that haze right there? They purposely put that in there so you can't see. There's no graphical settings that you can turn down to get that haze to go away. It's just there. It's just to prevent you from seeing tanks easily. So we're gonna look. So we got some helicopter help or airplane help. Right there. Was there a guy up here? No, he got wrecked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to capture this point without getting killed.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning. The Allied forces have captured a zone.
And now we're just going to kind of sit here and wait. You definitely don't want to get hit by that in a light tank. And a heavy tank, artillery fire, doesn't really matter. Artillery is almost pointless. Like, I've only gotten a couple kills with artillery fire. It's not like it is in World of Tanks. But the airplanes, right? The airplanes are artillery equivalents. Airplanes can be equally annoying. I don't like being in this open. There we go. There it was. Hey, Lorraine 42 ton. Hi, dog. Sitting there the whole entire game waiting for me to pop up. Alright, we'll take the big boy. See, spawn points. I have 818 spawn points, which equivalates. This is 400. This is whatever. This is 540. So, if you go out with one tank and you get wrecked in the first few seconds of the game, which is rare, but like you might not have enough spawn points, even though you have 3 tanks. So, getting a new tank is not a guarantee. I do not see this enemy tank. We're losing badly. Badly. Let's see if we can spot this enemy. There he is. See, side scraping nose. Who cares? Let's range it.
It serves him right.
500. I think I took off his track. So the reload speeds are really, really different. Oh, and mission failed. So I didn't do too bad. 5,000 experience is pretty. On a game that you lose 5,000 blue light bulbs, it's not too bad. I made 30,000 silver on a game I lost. And vehicle research, right? So I got 6,600 experience towards my M60. Alright, see that little line right there? That means that research went to researching this tank. Modifications went towards, because I played the T92, I did okay, so I got 5,000 experience to go towards this airstrike modification. And you can see that I was here and now I'm up here. Mark of distinction. So this is a premium tank. And because it's not researching anything else, it's going towards mark of distinction. It's not researching the M60. Alright, so this only researches tiers 1 at the bottom. Max vehicle research efficiency only researches tanks from 1 to 1 to 6. I should be researching this, but it didn't research this. Maybe it did. Maybe put a little bit extra in there. But because I have all the modifications unlocked because it's a premium, when you buy this tank, all the modifications come unlocked. Everything is unlocked. Now, if it's a non-premium, like my T92, oops, get out of here. Like my T92, you have to research all of these modules. In order to get to this tier, you have to research 2 of these at least. And then you have to research 3 of these to get to 1 of this. So you can't just go from this all the way to the heat shell. You have to unlock these different items to be able to get down to this, unless you pay gold, right? So if I get this tank and I want the heat fin stabilized shell, I could pay gold for it, or I have to play the tank to unlock this, then unlock this, then get to here, and then I can unlock this. So they're very tiered. Or I can just pay gold and unlock this automatically. That's why it's pay to advance. It's not pay to win as much as World of Tanks is. It's pay to advance. So that's how that works. Premium tanks like this right here, if you look at the modifications, everything's unlocked. That's the bonus of that. With the bonus, you also get it's like World of Tanks, the premium. You get more credits and more experience, right? But this tank only researches from tiers 1 to 5. So you're not going to be able to research your Abrams using this tank. Now, if you get this, you can research your Abrams, right? Because this is 1 through 6. That's how the premiums work. These are the non-premiums. You have to unlock the modules. There's a lot more modules to unlock than there is in World of Tanks. All right, so, and then another thing, the last thing I want to talk about is, all right, so I have the Walker Bulldog right here. I love this tank. It's a good tank. Modifications, I've unlocked everything, right? So you get this little thing called the Talisman. So the Talisman kind of makes the tank into a premium tank at the cost of gold eagles, right? You only get more RP, which is the blue light bulbs, and gold light bulbs, I think. But you don't get more silver for this. Like this, if I bought this, it's already got the Talisman, but you also get more silver for playing it. Kind of like in World of Tanks, you know, if you want to get credits and extra experience that you can convert, you play your premium tanks. This tank, let's see, doesn't have the Talisman. I could spend 2,000 golden eagles and pretty much make this a premium tank. You just don't get the extra credit, the extra silver lions for it. But if I put this in there, I research these components a lot faster. All right, so right now on this tank, I am researching the engine. I think right now. See, I think I bought these for just because I need them. Because AP is just hot garbage in most tanks. See, you can actually see the thickness, whereas you see the APCR penetrates more armor, but it does less damage. This is heat, which is like you got in World of Tanks, but it's fin stabilized, so it flies truer, I guess. It's got better penetration. And then you got your hash. You got your APBC, which is armor piercing, capped ballistic, capped shell, which is pretty much the best shells to use because they're really, really cheap and they do pretty well. You got a lot of damage. When if you penetrate something, there's going to be a lot of damage that happens. And it's got better penetration than this. If you penetrate with this, it's gonna fuck some shit up. But then APCR, it's pretty hot garbage in this game. It does horribly against sloped armor, right? So like a tiger, or not a tiger, a panther, where it's got really sloped, you're not gonna penetrate the upper plate of a Panther 2 with this. You're going to have to load something a little bit more dangerous, like this heat shell. Then you might be able to penetrate it. So APCR is kind of hot garbage. AP is kind of hot garbage. What you really want to play with is your fin stabilized heat, which is more mid tier and high tiers. I would say mid tiers, because like the high tiers get like darts, right? So Hesh is kind of, it's blah. It does fairly decently, but you're not going to shoot a whole lot of stuff with it. So the main things, you also have smoke shells too. So you can shoot it at the ground or at the building or another tank, and it covers smoke. It covers them in smoke. Right. So, and then some tanks actually have smoke grenades. I don't know if I have any tanks that have smoke grenades, but it's different. Like smoke grenades pop grenades out around you and it covers you in smoke, whereas smoke shells, you shoot them and it covers the enemy in smoke. So that's kind of like the differences between World of Tanks and War Thunder in my view. There's probably a lot of things that I said that were kind of maybe not 100% accurate, but from my experience, this is what I think is the difference between World of Tanks and War Thunder. I actually enjoy this game a little bit more than World of Tanks, just because it's a little bit more challenging. It's not as fast paced. You can still do some brawling. The shells are just completely different. There's way more shells. Like, see this right here? This is an AP shell. But I said AP shells are garbage. But this tank has good AP shells. 303 millimeters of penetration. You know. And I got, you know, HE. And then I can go do fin stabilized heat shells, which will penetrate a lot better, but they won't do as much damage as an APBC or this will just penetrate a lot easier. So there's these are your machine gun. I got a 12.7 millimeter and a 7.62 machine guns that you hit with the space bar. This allows you to repair your tank. If you don't have this and you get shot, you're not going to repair your tank. You're just going to sit there until you either get killed or a friendly comes and helps you out. I've never been helped out by a friendly. I've helped out many friendlies repair, but I have never been helped out. So this should be like the number one thing that you research, just so you can repair your tank. And then if you get set on fire, which all tanks get set on fire equally, I would say, you would need this. And then you get upgraded tracks and your suspension, and then your filters, which help deliver horsepower to the ground. You get better transmission, you get better engine just to give you more horsepower. Rangefinder, all right, so you can range find with the gunner, or you can have some sort of extra rangefinder that does it faster or goes out farther. And the horizontal drive, it's, you know, the swing of your turret, how fast it swings. Elevating your turret to shoot at airplanes. Adjustment of fire, horizontal and vertical weapon spread, and then I think this is the lift speed. So, and then of course you got your smoke shells and crew replenishment. So if you lose a commander and you sit inside of a cap, you can actually heal your commander. So there's no med kits or repair kits or fire extinguishers that reset. You only get 2 of these per game if you have it unlocked. If you get set on fire a third time, you're gonna burn. If you don't have this and you get set on fire, there's nothing you can do. You just sit there and wait until your tank burns up. So that's why these are very, very important. Yeah, so that's kind of my little review on War Thunder versus World of Tanks. One little quick thing I want to show you is customizations. Alright, so I got these decorators put on there, but if I want a more camouflage, I can put a bush on there. See, I can put that bush. And there's certain places you can put bushes. Like I can't put the bush right there because it interfere with my turret. I can't put it in front of my commander's hatch. For some reason I can't put it there. So these actually make a difference. Like some of the tanks that I have, such as the T-92, I got bushes all around. And this camouflage actually works. Right, so you can sit in a group of trees and all that'll see a bush. Most people can still see it. They can see your gun barrel. So it's not 100%, but it does add a lot of camo value. And the one thing that I've researched or learned about camos. Alright, so I got all these camos on here. Now, okay. It costs 500 gold to unlock this bunch of branches. And you're like, man, that's a lot of golden eagles just to research a bush, right? But the cool thing about these bushes is that once you unlock them, you can put them on any tank. So if I research this branch, I can put this branch on all of my tanks. So it's kind of expensive, you would think, but once you unlock them, you can put them on any tank in the game. I don't know if it's, maybe this is, yeah, just American, but I'm pretty sure once you unlock all of these with your gold, you can put them on any tank. And you can put different helmets on your crew, which I think are stupid. That's just cosmetic. You can put different guns. You can put different insignias, which is like, who cares? Different stop signs and skulls and that kind of shit. If I want to put a skull on the front of your tank, you can do that. And you can put it on any tank as long as you unlock it. So you pay to unlock, but you can use it on every tank. So, whereas in World of Tanks, your camo rating is based on your crew skill, if you're running a camo net, the size of the tank, that kind of stuff. That kind of plays into this, but if you're covered in bushes and you're sitting in a tree, you're going to be a lot more camouflaged than if you aren't. So camouflage actually works a lot better, means a lot more in this game than I would say that it does in World of Tanks. So you definitely don't want to get seen. You know, you don't get spotted. If your view range is only 350 meters and a tank is 400 meters away, you're not going to see him in World of Tanks. But you will in this game. And that's what I like about it. You see him, you shoot him. And this can actually help you sit in bushes and have your tank outline kind of concealed. So it doesn't really give you a percentage. You know, if you add a camo scheme to the tank, it's not going to reduce your visibility by 3%. This will reduce your visibility real life factor. So anyways, that's kind of like my little rundown of the difference between World of Tanks and War Thunder. If you play World of Tanks and you want something new, pick this game up, because it's definitely fun in its own way. It's a different game, and if you like the World of Tanks mode, you can play arcade battles, where if you spot them, and this is still, if you see them, you shoot them, but you get spotted a lot easier in this game, which means you get shot a lot easier. And then, of course, they got naval battles already built into the game. They got airplane battles already into the game. So if you just want to play your airplanes and unlock airplanes, you can play that. And then simulator battles, only certain tanks can play in this. And it's like, there's nothing on any of your friendlies. There's nothing on your enemies. It's just like, you have to know where your friendlies are so you don't shoot them. But it's like Germany versus America. So, you know, if you're playing American tanks, you're going to get matched with other American tanks, and you play against German tanks. So you really have to know the tanks to play this. But I've played a couple, and they were kind of fun. A lot slower than realistic, and probably twice as slow as arcade battles. So if you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe, just do whatever the hell you want to do. But I just want to make this video because I play a lot of World of Tanks, and I picked up this game, and I'm fascinated with this game, and I think this is a really, really good game, and people need to pick it up. They're doing the right thing by Steam. They have this game on Steam, and you can download the game and get a black cat for like, I don't know, like $15 or something like that. And you can have a premium tank and play the game. And so I think Gaijin is doing good by putting the full game onto Steam. It's a free-to-play game, but they're putting it onto Steam, and they're offering a couple different kinds of tanks or airplanes that you can purchase and then install the game and then have the tanks in the game. So I kind of think War Gaming needs to do that, and they need to put World of Tanks on Steam and then offer the game with like maybe a free Tier 5 or Tier 6 game, and that would probably get new players to play World of Tanks. So anyways, like, subscribe, Follow me for more gaming content. And hey, thanks for watching. And have a good one. Later. If I'm pushing the right buttons. I'm not. Alright. Alt F8. Bye.